A port is a logical communication endpoint on a computer. Every device connected to a network has an IP address, but a single device can run multiple services at the same time. Ports allow the operating system to differentiate between those services. Port numbers range from 0 to 65,535. They're divided into three main categories: well-known ports, 0 to 1023, registered ports, 1024 to 49,151, dynamic or private ports, 49,152 to 65,335. When data reaches a system, the operating system checks the destination port number and forwards the traffic to the correct service. Now that we understand what ports are, we need to understand what actually runs on those ports. That is where protocols come in. A protocol is a defined set of rules that controls how data is structured, transmitted, and processed between systems.
So, IP address identifies the device. Port number identifies the specific service on that device. Protocols define how communication happens. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is the protocol your browser uses to talk to websites. When you type a website into Chrome, your browser sends an HTTP request to a web server. Think of HTTP like ordering food at a restaurant. You give me the home page. Server, here's the HTML, CSS, and images. That's it. Simple request, simple response. By default, HTTP uses port 80. Now here's the important part. HTTP is not encrypted. That means anyone in the middle, like someone on public Wi-Fi, can potentially read what you're sending. That's why we needed something better.
HTTPS is just HTTP plus security. The S stands for secure.
It uses TLS encryption. Port used 443. Here's what happens step by step. Your browser connects to the server. They perform a TLS handshake. They agree on encryption keys. All communication becomes encrypted. Now, even if someone intercepts the traffic, they can't read it. Core idea: HTTP sends data. HTTPS protects data. DNS stands for Domain Name System. This is the Internet's phone book. Humans remember Google.com, but computers need an address. So what happens? You type Google.com. Your system asks a DNS server. DNS responds with the IP address. Your browser connects to that IP. DNS usually uses port 53. Most DNS queries use UDP 53, sometimes TCP 53.
FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol, and it uses port 21. It's designed specifically for transferring files between a client and a server. Its entire purpose is moving data, nothing more. But here's the important part. Classic FTP is not encrypted. Usernames, passwords, file contents, all of it can travel in plain text, which means anyone intercepting the traffic could read it. That's why modern systems prefer FTPS or SFTP. SFTP especially is popular because it runs over SSH, meaning it inherits SSH's encryption and security. Now, what is an SSH? SSH stands for Secure Shell, and it runs on port 22. This is one of the most powerful and important protocols in cybersecurity. SSH allows you to remotely access and control another computer securely. It gives you command line access as if you were physically sitting in front of that machine. The key difference between SSH and older remote tools is encryption. Everything inside an SSH session, commands, credentials, data, is encrypted. And in the real world, if you see port 22 open during a scan, you instantly know remote management is possible. Now compare that to Telnet. Telnet runs on port 23. Functionally, it provides remote command line access just like SSH. But here's the problem. Telnet has no encryption. Everything is visible in plain text, usernames, passwords, commands. That's why Telnet is considered outdated and insecure.
RDP stands for Remote Desktop Protocol, and it runs on port 3389.
This is not just remote access. This is full control. Unlike SSH or Telnet, which give you a command line, RDP gives you the entire graphical desktop, the full screen, the mouse, keyboard, every application, every file. It's not access, it's presence.
At last, there is SMTP, stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and it operates primarily on port 25. It is a standard protocol used for sending email messages between mail servers and from email clients to mail servers. SMTP works on a client-server model. When a user sends an email, the email client connects to an SMTP server. The server processes the message and forwards it to the recipient's mail server using SMTP. SMTP is responsible only for sending and relaying emails. It does not handle email retrieval.